convention and all that stuff in '77. And it's like 10 years ago that nobody thought it would go.
You were in '76. Remember the year of the dragon? Wasn't '76 the year of the dragon?
Yeah, 88's another dragon.
Next year's the dragon year again.
Yeah, there's always this energy building up. It's close.
Oh boy.
Well, this is a nice get together here at the old shop and all that, huh?
Yeah, the old stomping ground. There's been a few tattoos done on these walls.
Yeah, man, quite a few.
How long here?
It'll be 14 years in the spring.
Yeah, 14 years you've been here?
Yeah, we built it in, I think I moved in, I took the lease in March of '74, so got it going, and then I was here till 76. You came up in January '77. I was working by myself till then, and everybody else came along, so.
It's probably the second, that must be the second oldest shop in the Bay Area. Unless there's an older one in San Jose or somewhere.
I think so. No, not a continuous one down there, no.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's good. It's nice too, because everything that's been done here has been so different, you know, it's really...
Sure has.
Yeah.
Especially with the whole crew here, man.
Yeah.
That was really something.
I found a picture going through that stuff in Honolulu the night we opened the rebuilt Tattoo Land down in East LA after we finished building that, and I think Jack tattooed you that night. And, and remember we had all those stations, and there's this shot that shows you and me and Freddie. You can see you and me and Freddie and Jack all tattooing. And we have 4 stations there or something, right? There were 3 across the front. And
we got the light show from the LAPD, right?
That's
that night. Yeah, right. That was fun.
Sheriff's Department was up.
Is that where they had the helicopters out there?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
I thought that was one of Jack's party.
You know, maybe that...
No, that was Jack's party when the helicopters came
That maybe that
with
was.
the SWAT team and all that. That's because they could always ride.
Good, that's not on our record.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like that one.
Some of those moments, that shop was so crazy. But when we first got it open, we were down 2 weeks building the shop because you and Psycho Joe and me and somebody else came down from here.
12 days, I think it was.
And we put it together. We built the place because it looked like a little elf's cottage, you know, that place. Did you ever see that one, Bill? Were you down at the tattoo?
Jack got tattooed down there with Jack.
Yeah.
Back when it's tight quarters.
Yeah, tight quarters. We just had barely enough space. In the old shop we moved out, it was so big, and they said, "Oh, we can't tattoo out of this space." But I said, "Sure, you calibrated it to the 1/4 inch on that thing." So.
I did miss the infamous party there, though.
Yeah.
Report downstairs.
You bet all.
I got all the reports. You guys.
Well, I'll tell you, this shop here was sure a special place to work in for me.
Yeah.
I mean, this place has really generated some work here.
Did you come here from the pipe?
No, I came here from working with Cliff.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because Bob came up, you came up and got tattooed in about October of '76.
Yeah.
And we hit it off so good, and I remember I hadn't seen any of Bob's work. He said, "Well, I didn't bring any photos," and we got along so good. We had so much fun that 3 days. I'm like, God, what a great guy to work with he'd be, and I wonder if his work's any good. And I knew he had an art background, all that, and he had that whole crazy rock and roll career with Zappa, and gone to art school in LA and painted. And we had all this stuff in common. And then when we met in Reno in January, you had the pictures of your work, and when I saw those, that just cinched it. I went, God, not only is he a great guy, he's a great tattooer. And it's like, you had that one of that Lazarus you put on the guy with the dog licking the sores of the saint, that captain. I went, man, the leper saint. I said, oh man, this is what we need in San Francisco.
Well, it sure was a great opportunity to get to
Oh,
work
who
here.
goes there?
Leo! That's great. I didn't think you'd make it. All right. Yeah, Jesus, it wouldn't be a complete party without you. I was so mad that you weren't going to make it to this thing.
Bob.
That's great. Mr. Z. All right. Hey, have a seat, Ace.
Hey, look who's black.
Yeah. Good job. Hey, we're just rehashing old times here.
Oh, yeah,
Realistic
great.
scene.
I had another thought about the old East LA one. Is that back to a used car lot now?
I don't know what happened. I haven't been down there. So,
Yeah.
have you been? You know anybody that's been around the boulevard lately?
No, I haven't talked to anybody that's been down there.
Yeah. We were talking about when that place was like a little, it was a used car lot, but it had been built as a real estate cottage in the 30s, and there's a name for that kind of architecture. It's like Hansel and Gretel architecture. They have that little peaked roof that's like a little crazy, you know, elf's cottage or something. It made a great tattoo shop. At one point I wanted to, the 2 ideas I had that we didn't do were to do a deep space mural on the outside that would be like a safe way of tattooing with all these like booths, like 50 operators, no waiting. And they have all the tattooers from all of history, like Sailor Jerry is here, and they're all like sticking their heads out, you know, and they got their machine ready or their tool or whatever. And
Acres
Stand right up.
designs.
yeah, acres exclusive designs, right? You name it, we've got it. I wanted to do that.
An eager artist waiting to serve you.
Yeah, and Stency's at the helm there. But that was one idea, and Jack and I were laughing about that. And the other thing that I really would like to do, you know those giants that they have at the service stations in Southern California? Those guys are always either like at attention or they're like that. And sometimes they have them as Paul Bunyan. It's either Paul Bunyan with his axe, and they usually are at carpet stores, or it's the service station guy. In the old days, service stations used to, guys wear uniforms, they wash your windshield and everything. They still do that in Hawaii a little bit. But,
They had the guy with the arm
the guy,
move like that.
yeah, or the arm would move, come on in, and they were always like real dumb, those big dumb sculptures. I wanted to do one of those, only have a big cholo in the typical, cholo body language, all kicked back, have the shades and the head all tattooed back, and have the real high water, the drapes, and then have the address tattooed like a rocker on his belly in Old English, 6144, and then have like lights in his eyes from the thing. It would be like a beacon, and they would, every lowrider in Southern California would have gotten tattooed there. But Rasmussen was going to help me build it because he had the technology, but
You might have had more room inside there than you did in the shop.
then in the shop where you could make a little tattoo tower, like a little tattoo lighthouse. You could get, it's like the Statue of Liberty. You can get tattooed up in his brim, you can sit up there. But I ran out of, there's too many things to do.
Yeah. Big great parking lot there with lots of great cars.
Yeah, the parking lot was the best thing, actually, except for the stabbings and stuff. But it was a pretty interesting situation. But at least up here we had a lot of that energy with Tattoo City and stuff. That's when I first met you, Leo, when Tattoo City was open.
Yeah, basically around then.
Yeah, because Leo turned me on to punk rock and all that. That was great. That's the thing, is all the styles that have come through here was like a thing that I started out just wanting to do the Japanese stuff, and then kind of, I guess like meeting you, Bob, it got me a little back into my, SoCal roots and different kinds of like art like that. And then when I met Leo, it was the first time I got turned on to tribal stuff or pattern, just dealing with black patterns. Like I remember doing your arms, I couldn't figure out how to, I was so hung up on like things that had symbolism and stuff, and kept saying, just get the shape right like this.
Yeah, it's just the graphic content that I like.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, working here was one thing, man. The business side, but, to me, this, my whole experience here in this shop and working with you is like, an institution.
Yeah.
Really.
Middle institution.
Well, Chuck, he is so outspoken. Why did this guy?
No, really, man. Because everybody around here that was working here was, doing all styles of tattooing and just, working in all different areas, rather than trying to, stick to one certain thing. And
I think we're the first
I
place.
learned so much here, man. That's what,
Yeah, that's what distinguishes it, is we're the first place to really like open it up. And it wasn't like we were saying, ignoring any of the old traditions, but it was like building on those, which is what, to me, it's all about. It's like any kind of art form that evolves. It just goes on, takes up where the past was and uses parts of that and builds something new off it. And I think that's what made it successful. And it was just that risk of doing that proved out. That's what's so exciting, and it's why tattooing's in a different place today for some people, or there's certain artists in certain parts of the world that are really doing that. It's evolved more, instead of people just saying, well, you can have one set of images, because it seemed too limiting. As much as I love old Americana tattooing and I love doing it, it's those images and stuff just aren't for everybody. They're just not like, you're gonna sit there and starve if you just want to do that one kind of thing.
Well, I think that's what realistic is all about, is the collectiveness of styles and being open to, and there's a local San Francisco group called the Masters of Style, and I think everybody that's in this room that qualifies to be in that group, whether they play instruments or not, because that's what this is all about, is being flexible to total style and not locking into the one. Like, as people have, you have the reputation of the Japanese thing, and Leo with the tribal, but what people don't know is all the styles that you guys do and that go beyond that. That's just one little category of the many.